Have you just finished a Kickstarter campaign and you're now wondering how to transition onto Shopify to start selling? In this video, I'm going to walk through 8 steps on how to get set up with your Shopify store account and how to actually set up your website front and back. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. I am Khierstyn, and in this channel, what we do is we help you with actionable tips and strategies and interviews to help you launch and scale your e-commerce business. If this is something you're into, be sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell so that you don't miss another episode that we release. Okay, so you just spent the last 4+ months getting ready for a Kickstarter launch, and your 30 days is up, you got funded, and you're really excited, but you're also exhausted. Now is the fun part, is transitioning onto e-commerce and actually taking your success from Kickstarter and turning it into a real business. And the first step comes down to not getting lost on Shopify building your website. So I've made this tutorial for you to help make it seamless and easy. And before we get into the 8 steps, I do want to say that you should be putting together your website pretty much to be live as soon as your Kickstarter campaign is over. And we do have other videos that we've released on how to help you transition from Kickstarter to, say, in-demand or starting to take pre-orders. But your website, if you are hiring an agency like us or another designer to build your website, it can take up to 2 months to get that process going. So be sure to get this started sooner rather than later if you are new to building websites or whatnot. So let's get into it. Okay, so while I walk through this tutorial, I'm just gonna be looking over here at my other monitor. So let's do it. So the first thing you wanna do is go to shopify.com or .ca if you are in Canada, but you go to shopify.com and here you can start your free trial. We do have a link below in the description of this video if that's easier for you. Okay, so first off, you are gonna click on Start Free Trial. This brings us to the very first step, which is set up your Shopify account. So on this video, I'm actually going to create a dummy account so that you can see what's going on. So this isn't real, but let's just go through it. Okay, so once you've entered in your details, you can click on Create Your Store. Okay, once you've created your store, you can be brought to the Shopify dashboard where the magic starts to happen. So right now, you should be on a free plan, but Shopify will lock certain features if you don't have a plan pre-selected. So I want to go through step 2 is to choose the plan for you. So here what you're going to do is you're going to go to the bottom left under settings, and then you are going to head over to plan. And on the plan, you're going to have an option to choose between 3 different pricing models, either 29 basic, Shopify, or advanced. In the beginning, if you are just getting started, you do not need the Shopify or the advanced. You need the basic Shopify plan. So get started with that. And when you can graduate once you need to unlock more features based on you getting more traffic, you needing more analytics, better preferable shipping rates, etc. Right? So, but for now, the basic Shopify plan is going to be the one that you want. So please choose that, and then you'll see that reflected on the plan. And then you can pay either way, go through here, select that, and you're good to go. Okay, great. So step number 3 is going to be picking a theme. Honestly, so many sellers overdo and overthink this. So I want to give you a little hack. If you go to settings, and just to go back to your dashboard, just close out of this. And what we're going to do is toggle down to online store. So as of recording this, Shopify has released the 2.0, which is supposed to be more of a drag and drop visual editor. As of 2022, it's still not. It still really frustrates me. So we have a workaround, which I'm going to get to in a second, but you can pick your current theme here. Now, Shopify has a bunch of paid and free themes, and you can even go through third-party theme builders to purchase a Shopify theme. However, in the beginning, I honestly, theme is something that can change always. So I don't value picking a theme. I value just choosing the Dawn theme or whatever one is recommended to start building, and you'll see why in a second. So with this, be sure to select Dawn, but if you are looking to actually change your theme, what you can do is either explore free themes or the Shopify theme store to unlock more functionality, features, etc. with some of the paid themes. However, the one thing I will say is that if there's a certain look you want, such as certain menu outlay or overlay or footer look and feel, then you may want to explore the different free themes to see if there's one that more appeals to the look and feel that you want for your website. But we won't be working too much in themes, okay? But that's what you want to do. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to keep with the Dawn theme. Okay, so this brings me to point number 4. Point number 4 is using a third-party page builder called Pagefly. Another alternative to this is Zipify. So I want to use, first off, before I preface this, I am someone who and this may not be advice for everybody, but I am someone who needs to be able to make changes to my website. That's why I don't ever want to hire a developer to do custom code and have to rely on someone to have to make a ton of small changes to my website. So because of that, it's super important for me to have a website that is easy to use, easy to change. And so because of that, I tend to, with whether it's Shopify, WordPress, or other platforms, I tend to gravitate toward the builders that are easy and fast to use. And so if you are someone that also values that, then this tip is going to be gold. And comment below if you are using a third-party page builder. Okay, awesome. So the one that we want to use is Pagefly. So Pagefly, what it does, it's an app that you install in Shopify, and it will allow you to completely customize any page on your website without custom code. Why does this matter? Well, most Shopify themes, actually all Shopify themes, including the 2.0, are still not as customizable. Your drag and drop interface is still not that great. And so because of that, I opt for kind of a cheat code, which is using Pagefly to make it super easy to give me a template that I can change literally anything on it. So that's why I want to use Pagefly. We do have a link for sign up below this video. It is an affiliate link, just FYI, but I love Pagefly. So going into that, how you can download the app is when you are logged into the back end of Shopify, what you can do is go to the app section, and then you can see it's already downloaded here. But let's say you don't have Pagefly already and you want to explore that and other Shopify apps. You can go to Customize Your Store. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go to the App Store and go to Pagefly, and then you will select it down here. And when you do that, and Pagefly is all one word. And then you can see here, you can view a demo store to see how it looks. You can watch the training video. You can also see what are some of the templates of the builder and stuff to see if you're into this. All right, awesome. So this is Pagefly, and when it's installed, you're gonna see it because it's now available on the page here. And Pagefly can be free for you if you are using it just for one page. Otherwise, they have super affordable options based on the number of pages that you want to customize, whether it's a home page, product page, etc. So all the pricing can be found on their website, which I've linked everything below. Okay, so once you have gone through Pagefly to customize your website, or you've gone through customize your website just native to the theme by selecting customize and going through the builder that way, point number 4 is going to be to customize the back end with your settings. So you can go down to settings, and when you walk through everything here, you're going to be able to customize everything from your store contact details to where to send your payments, to checkout settings, shipping and delivery, setting up your 3PL, all of that, setting up any additional sales channels if you want to be selling through Facebook, Instagram Shop, etc., TikTok, etc. You are able to do everything in the back end of your settings. So you'll just want to go one by one and set it up correctly. Keep in mind that as you are going through these changes, that your store will not be live until you publish it. So just peace of mind there. Step number 5 is setting up your shipping and delivery. So while this video does not go in how to do that, under shipping and delivery is where you're going to be able to add your 3PL or your logistics company if you are using somebody to help you with the fulfillment process, like company with your fulfillment process. And if so, here's where you're going to be able to put all your product specs to calculate shipping, and also down here to enable any carrier accounts as well as custom order fulfillment service here. And if you need help on how to do that, be sure to use a Shopify partner or someone who has a shop, like who works with Shopify as a fulfillment thing, because they will be able to walk you through the setup process and make sure that the settings and everything is set up correctly so that your customers get their orders and everything just runs smoothly from the back end if you're not shipping from your kitchen. Super important at scale. Point number 6 is go live with your website. So when you go live, you in the back end on your Shopify dashboard, you will be able to see in your theme, disable password. And when you do this, your website goes live. Okay, step number 7. Before you start marketing, before you start anything, as soon as you disable the password, you then want to do a test transaction to make sure that everything is connected. And by everything, I mean things such as the order shows up under orders here, that it's held for processing in terms of it doesn't automatically go to fulfill if you're in pre-orders. And you want to make sure that you get a purchase confirmation or follow-up email sequence that you have set up either through Shopify or through Klaviyo if you're using a third-party email service. So once everything looks like it works, that's when you're ready to go public. So we bring this to point number 7. On your Kickstarter campaign, once it is done, you're going to have the option of setting up a button that redirects people to your wherever it is you're selling. So I won't show you what that looks like. All right, so as soon as your Kickstarter campaign is done, you're going to be able to log into your Kickstarter dashboard, select your project, and now when you go to customize your project, this is what you are going to see. You're going to see this header section that has a button that you can customize. And so what you want to do if you're coming off Kickstarter and you're not doing in-demand, or even if you're done in-demand at some point, you'll be getting a ton of Kickstarter traffic for years, just because it ranks really well and it will come up with your product on Google. So you want to use this button and use it to send people to the URL that is most likely going to be used. So in this case, if we're directing traffic to your website, that you want to edit the link, and you can actually change the color, you can change what it says, so you can change it to pre-order now, view website, whatever, then edit the link just like that. So I'm not going to touch that, but that's what you want to do. All right, so there's one last thing you want to do, and this is a bonus for tip number 8, is have a link to your website show up in your social media profile. And the way to do that, what you can do is go to the App Store and download an app called Milkshake. And Milkshake is great to use on both TikTok and Instagram. And so I'm looking for Milkshake, and it looks like this one here. So the top one, the website builder. When you open it, you can actually create a custom website, and here's how I use it. So if I am going to preview it, when someone clicks on the link, then I can actually, instead of having just one link on my Instagram and my TikTok bio, I can actually create one link that when people click on that link in my bio, it goes to a Milkshake link that has a quick, easy way to use this. So I can actually show you a version of this that Chubbies is using. But before I do that, let's just go to show you how I'm using it. On TikTok itself, you can see link in my bio. This is my Milkshake link, so that when somebody clicks on that, that's where it goes to this. And Milkshake is completely free, not an affiliate. It's just something that I practice. If you want to see how other brands are using it, let's go onto TikTok and look at, for example, Chubbies. And this works exactly the same. If you are not into TikTok right now, but you prefer to use this on your Instagram bio, go for it. So Chubbies is one brand that I use a lot in their training for their clients, where if we go into their profile, you can see that they use a version of this. There are other link building services you can use, but with this, Chubbies uses this to do a mobile landing page to help make it easy for people to shop with them. So you can absolutely do something like this in Milkshake. Maybe not this exact layout, but just make it easy to link people to collections, etc., etc. All right, so in summary, be sure that when you are transitioning from Kickstarter or Indiegogo onto your Shopify website, that you have a place where people can pre-order your product and you don't have downtime. And then you want to make sure that everything is set up, ready to go, and that you're able to collect pre-orders. It's funny because no matter how many times I say that you will still get traffic and orders, even if you stop marketing from your Kickstarter campaign, it's like people are surprised when they're like, oh my gosh, I got traffic and orders. I had no idea where they came from. So people are still looking for your product. People are still talking about your product. So use this time to always be selling and don't get lost in fulfillment. Apart from that, if you need any more resources to help you on your journey to launch and scale your e-commerce brand after Kickstarter, be sure to check out some of the free resources we have below in the resource section. And as always, thank you for subscribing. Be sure to subscribe. Haven't subscribed yet? Oh, just kidding. Thank you. Love you. Anyway, talk soon. Bye.